So I just tried to use this bathroom, and there's somebody smoking behind that wall right there. I have to close the door because the fumes are really intense right now, and that just started happening as soon as I went into that bathroom and tried to use the facilities. For the second time today, the same exact thing has happened. As I was sitting on the toilet, somebody started getting disruptive in the bathroom behind the wall of my bathroom sink and of my toilet, which is the bathroom of Unit 78, where a psychopath and a sex offender, obviously, named Jasmine Irizarry has been engaging in disruptive behavior directly behind this wall against the wall of my toilet since 2013, when she was placed in Unit 78 by the Greenville Group. It's like a rinse and repeat incessant situation, because I suspect, and I've been told, that she is being sponsored. I don't know by who, but I'm suspecting it's the Greenville Group, because they refuse to address her behavioral issues, the fact that she's obviously a psychotic sex offender. I mean, anybody who gets that aggressive and that disruptive in the bathroom, behind somebody else's bathroom, every time that one person uses their toilet or tries to shower, is a sex offender. She was in the Massachusetts Sex Offender Registry in 16, 17, something like that. And I've spoken about her to the detectives at the E13 station multiple times over the last 8 years, and they confirmed that she's a psychopath, that she has some severe behavioral issues, that she's done some, Mr. Alyssayev is the one who told me she does some bad things. He didn't specify what those bad things were, but he's also referred to her as a really talented hacker. So, he seems to praise her talents while acknowledging the fact that she is mentally disturbed. So it's not a stretch to figure out that maybe the Greenville Group is harnessing her psychosis and her cybercrime abilities for their own nefarious purposes. And now I have to call them again to let them know that I can't use the toilet in my bathroom without literally getting smoked out. And at the same time, she keeps using the same exact remote tasering device on me while I use the toilet now, as she did while I was using the toilet in 2017, and while I was using the toilet in 2018, and while I was using the toilet in 2019, while I was using the toilet in 2020, while I was using the toilet in 2021, while I was using the toilet in 2022, while I was using the toilet in 2023, and now while I'm using the toilet in 2024. It's the same exact literal zapping device. It's called a directed energy weapon, and it emits concentrated levels of EMF output based on, what the user wants the output to be. A lot of devices emit EMF frequency. So your router, your cell phone, your laptop, your gaming console, your smart TV, they all use EMFs. And you can use any type of device to concentrate the EMFs in a harmful enough beam to literally zap people. And obviously EMFs go through walls. That's Wi-Fi, right? Oh, geez, I should probably remove this. Oh, awkward. Anyway, this is the second time today I've tried to use the facilities in my bathroom quietly, and somebody in that bathroom right there has been engaging in the same exact disruptive, aggressive, intrusive behavior as she has been, not just over the last few times that I've tried to use that toilet quietly, but over the last 10 years. It is a psychopath named Irizarry. That's a fact. Nobody else does that stuff. Nobody else can do that stuff, because according to Mr. Alyssayev, she is so talented and she can hack into anything, meaning she has the ability to have knowledge of what I do in the privacy of my bathroom based on the surveillance devices that the property manager told me are being used in this unit, along with several detectives in 2020 and 2021. I mean, seriously, somebody needs to put that lowlife stalker trash out of its misery, unless she's getting paid, and then that would explain a lot, or maybe free rent.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for the front office. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number.
Yeah, hi. It's right around 5:37 p.m. on Tuesday, May 28th, 2024. This is now the fourth voicemail I've had to leave for the Greenville Group over the last 24 hours from Unit 89 regarding some ongoing serious privacy, safety concerns, breaches of habitation, violations of the clause of quiet enjoyment of the lease, and just the fact that the Greenville Group is continually failing to provide a safe, private, and functional living space in Unit 89 while charging me for rent. I do not have to pay for a unit that is not safe, that is not private, and that is not functional. And right now at 5:25 p.m., I tried to use the toilet in my bathroom quietly without making any noise, and the same person who is constantly physically against the wall behind my toilet, engaging in disruptive behavior, started once again filling my entire bathroom with marijuana smoke. It's always marijuana smoke, sometimes cigar smoke, sometimes cigarettes, rarely cigarettes, but almost always marijuana smoke, while I was trying to use the facilities quietly. And at the same time, as soon as I pulled out the toilet paper, she obviously has a sick and twisted obsession with toilet paper. She started using the same exact remote tasering device on me while I was sitting there on the toilet, as she has been doing since 2017. Back in 2017, again, I did not know what the problem was. I thought it was my Wi-Fi router. I got rid of my router and the tasering continued. And then I realized that there are devices that emit high levels of EMF frequency in a directed stream that are fairly easy to obtain. These devices are not top secret, CIA weaponry. This is something you can physically make yourself by purchasing metal cylinders at hardware stores such as Home Depot, Ace Hardware, wherever you can buy a metal cylinder, and then you use the metal cylinder to concentrate electromagnetic output into a directed beam. That's on YouTube, folks. That's not science fiction. That is on YouTube. Irizarry has been using this type of device on my person since 2017 and uses it only when I use my toilet or when I lie on my bed on my back facing the ceiling, or when I stand at my sink washing my hands after using the facilities. This prevents me from being able to do what I need to do in the privacy of my bathroom as I need to do it, and it obviously proves the existence and use of surveillance devices in my unit. Otherwise, nobody would be engaging in this type of behavior while I'm sitting on the toilet, and only when I'm sitting on the toilet. If you have any questions, you know my phone number. I'm calling from Unit 89, and I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. I will be sending a copy of this voicemail to your attorneys and sending a follow-up written notification. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely a hamster on a wheel, but the wheel is going somewhere, especially once you start filing actions in court with dozens of emails that you've sent to your landlord that they've completely failed to respond to. Now that's a lawsuit. And it's not even a case of proving the problem or proving the existence of the problem. It's a case of proving negligence on the part of the landlord. I don't need to prove anything, right? All I need to prove is concerns based on physical probability. So if something is physically possible, such as rodents, such as psycho sex offender neighbors getting disruptive behind the wall of your toilet whenever you try to use that toilet, such as other tenants telling you they get to see what you do in your bathroom, everybody can see what you do in your living space, etc., then you bring that to the attention of the landlord. The landlord is legally required to respond. If the landlord fails to respond to your written notifications about legitimate concerns, I'm not talking about purple spotted unicorns flying over the building. I'm talking about things like the psycho sex offender directly behind the wall of your toilet getting disruptive whenever you use that toilet. That's a possibility. I mean, Greenville are the ones who told me she's a really talented hacker and that she specializes in surveillance, according to a former maintenance worker. He referred to her as their surveillance expert. So you do the math on that one. That's entirely physically possible. Not just physically possible, but highly likely, given the psychopath and sex offender who's also a cyber criminal and a surveillance expert, according to Greenville's own maintenance team, named Jasmine Irizarry. I've been reporting this for 10 years, and obviously Irizarry is in the employ of the Greenville Group because they completely refuse to address the issue, as they are legally required to by law. They don't have to do anything. They have to respond, and they have failed to respond, not just once, but dozens and dozens of times. It's probably not like a couple hundred emails I've sent them over the last few years regarding the nonstop toilet harassment from Irizarry in 78. And all they do is make excuses like, oh, that unit is vacant. Nobody can really be in there. It's totally vacant. Well, does she continue to live in the building? Oh, yes, she does. But we might move her across the street to 191. Well, then she's capable of accessing her former unit. She knows how to pick locks. She's picked the lock to my own unit right in front of my eyes several times while I was sitting here watching her. So that person's not normal. They are a threat to themselves and to others. And the fact that the Greenville Group keeps gaslighting anybody who brings up that possibility, that's on them. That's criminal negligence. And it is a failure to respond to legitimate written concerns about health and safety issues in the space that they are charging money for.